All right, the love affair with Lonzo Ball has taken its course in New Orleans. They are done with him. They didn't agree to contract extension, so basically it looked like Nikhil Alexander, whatever his damn name is, Shea Gillensley's cousin, is doing a tremendous job down there in New Orleans, and it looked like they're ready to move on from the Pelicans. These are the only ways that I trade for Lonzo Ball. Let's talk about it. We back. Motor City Sports Talk. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support, and the only way I'm trading for Lonzo Ball, is one way, is I can get rid of Killian Hayes. Okay, if I can send Killian down there and bring Lonzo here to Detroit, I would do it. All right, especially if I can bring a draft pick back from New Orleans next year or in the near future. And I don't think Killian done for the year, but like I said, I've seen enough of Killian Hayes. Okay, I just know he's not an NBA player right now. And maybe Lonzo Ball can come in here and, you can shine him to a 1-year extension and see what he can do and see if he can run the team. But if you can get Cade Cunningham or somebody else in the draft, then it will work. But with Lonzo, you're going to have to allow him to do what he's comfortable with. And that's put him in pick and roll. That's put him in a position to get a team that can get up and down. And I'm going to get to that. Get up and down the court. He can facilitate. And they can get out there and run, and you're going to have Dwayne Casey, somebody come in and really untap his aggression, because he can play. Look at his brother. He aggressive. Lonzo Ball is just a passive boy. You can tell the way he talk. He don't talk with no bass in his voice. He don't talk with no conviction. He don't talk like he's confident. And for him, maybe a summer with Mark Jackson, maybe a summer, with Ross Strickland and somebody like that, he don't have no confidence. If he had his daddy's confidence and had his boldness and he was able to stand up and be there for himself, and you could probably slap Lonzo Ball, he probably ain't gonna do shit. He talked to people like right there in that picture with his head down. He just don't have no conviction. He don't believe in himself. You see it all there. He got the handles, the shot getting better. Can you somebody bring the aggression out of Lonzo is the question. And if he come to Detroit for Killian, he can't bring the aggression out. Hey, bye. Maybe being a free agent and getting, pennies on the dollar is what he need. But he just don't have no aggression. And I don't know where his confidence went, but you see he can handle the ball. He can shoot it a little bit. When he drive the ball, he can drive it. And I think playing with Brandon Ingram and playing next to Brandon Ingram is taking away what he can do. Ingram is a point forward. So in actuality, I think New Orleans is better off going with 2 shooting guards in the backcourt and letting Brandon Ingram be Grant Hill, Scottie Pippen, and facilitate. And for Lonzo, he need to go somewhere where they're going to allow him to push the ball up the floor, drive the basket, pick and roll, do things that make him comfortable. So, one way is Killian Hayes. Another way is if I can get Blake Griffin in that deal, if I could trade Blake Griffin somehow in that deal and get Lonzo Ball, I would do it. As short of me having to give up a draft pick, I wouldn't do it. But if I can trade Blake Griffin in a 3-team deal, or I can trade him to New Orleans for Lonzo and something else, not a big contract, I would do it. You know what I'm saying? Or a contract that got more than 2 years on it, I would do it all day. That's what I would do. And if I get rid of Blake, I'll send him over there to New Orleans for Lonzo. I'm not sure they need a Blake Griffin. He had to come off the bench. They got Zion, Steven Adams, Brandon Ingram. But if I get him, I could dump him in a 3-team trade somewhere, I would do it, because Blake Griffin is doing more harm than foul. You know what I'm saying? He's not shooting the ball well. Blake Griffin probably need to look in the mirror, get his money this year, the rest of this year, next year, and retire. You know what I'm saying? He walking up the court like his foot still hurt, his knee still hurt. He walking up the court like that, and then really we can't even get out and run like we want to run with our young guys, because Blake Griffin, he get the ball and slow it up, or he can't get up and down the court. Seriously, they might want to shut Blake Griffin down for a while. It was their fault that he injured. Remember, a couple years ago, we lost like 16 straight games or whatever, 17 or whatever it ended up being. They playing Blake Griffin 35, 40 minutes, and we still getting our ass kicked. Then he get injured. Then they didn't trade him at the trade deadline. After the regular season, they tried to force him to come back in the Milwaukee series when we had no chance. And they messed his knee up again. They did the same thing to Grant Hill. Ran him in the ground. And we never seen that G Hill again. And Grant played on a hurt ankle for the playoffs, and we wasn't gonna win with or without a healthy Grant. And he messed it up. And for them, Blake Griffin should be a priority. Just send his ass home. I don't care how much you paying him. That was a bad deal by Van Gundy. Let him go home and play with his kids and, we bring him back shit when we could trade him. Seriously, man, but I would love to do a Blake Griffin if it's a three-way deal or straight up for Lonzo or whatever. I would love to do that, But with Lonzo, it's just, can you get the, and then him and Killian, I don't think they can play together. They both, beta males as well too. They both don't have no aggression. They both got their head down. You see Killian Hayes out there playing like he got a vagina and just playing like a punk, and the same thing with Lonzo. Him and Killian marry each other, but Killian a 19-year-old kid. And Lonzo, you wonder if Lonzo aggressive with in the bed, or he just let his girl throw it back, or just, let his girl ride him. You just wonder about Lonzo, dude. It look like he might be a little bit retarded or slow or whatever it may be. He may be that. And something not right in that head, Something don't click right in that head. That's my thing. It's something that somebody got to tap into. I'm pretty sure he's a bright kid, smart kid to get in UCLA. All his brothers seem pretty smart, but something must have happened to him as a kid. He seemed like he went through a traumatic experience. Him and Kawhi seem to kind of be in the same thing, no emotion. And, the difference is Kawhi go out there and be aggressive, but Kawhi ain't the most aggressive player of all time neither. Kawhi ain't that neither. Kawhi got that, sometimes he go into aggressive mode, but they just give me that vibe that, maybe something may be missing. I know Kawhi's mom said he had a traumatic experience as a kid, but, with Lonzo, could bring him to Detroit, man. If I can flip Killian, I can flip Blake, I would do it. And you got 1 year to show he can do something, but to be honest, Detroit already got a Lonzo ball. They got Killian Hayes. And he a player that I'm pretty sure it's not going to work out and be the guy they need him to be. And you ask yourself, what if the Lions get top of the draft and they get to get a guy like Cade Cunningham? Do you pull the trigger? Absolutely. And what if you bring in Cade Cunningham, he don't work, or Killian do? So be it. They're at the point where it's not a retool, it's a rebuild. You take the best player available. Most of these kids that's growing up today, they don't have an appreciation on how the point guard position need to be played. But if you can tap into Lonzo hard his head, you get him to be aggressive, I think you can see how he plays. It's only a couple point guards that play it the right way left, and they from the old school. Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo are really the only point guard, and Ben Simmons that play the game the right way. To be honest, they're the only ones that I say, okay, they play the game the right way. Maybe I might be missing somebody, but most of these point guards are like Lillard, they like Westbrook. They're not natural points. Steph Curry's not a natural point. You see when Draymond is facilitating and running the offense through Draymond, now they're starting to win. Steph Curry is a two guard, LeBron is a natural point, to be real. So that's how the point guard position is supposed to be ran. You go back in the day, you watch Mark Price run the position. You watch, Steve Nash run the position. You watch John Stockton run the position. You watch Mark Jackson run the position. Rod Strickland. That's how the point guard is supposed to be played. Now you got a lot of these two guards like Westbrook, Damian Lillard, Steph Curry playing the point guard position. They've really destroyed, the pure point guard position. And, with Lonzo, he could have brought it back with all the following and the big exposure his family get. He could have brought it back. He really could have brought that back. But now people don't like that position. Now they got guys like Trae Young and Luka coming in. They scoring all these points, and they're going to have to find out that them scoring 30, 40 a night are not going to win a championship. It's not, especially when your opponent, you're giving up another 30 to your point guard opponent. So, to be real, the NBA, it's a mockery. I don't even watch it other than the Pistons game. I don't watch it no more. You watch the way the game is played, especially without the fans, it's atrocious. I remember watching the NBA in the 90s and the early 2000s. I wish they could bring that product back, and they can. But that pussy-ass commissioner, he don't want physical ball back. And ball need to get some physicality too. But, they don't want to bring back the old NBA. And at the end of the day, if they don't, I'll just be a casual fan of the sport now. But let me know what you guys think about Lonzo Ball potentially coming to the Pistons. I say no if it ain't for one of the scenarios I put out there. But don't forget, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out anytime. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video question, want to advertise your business on the channel, hit me up. All those links in the description. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Good for the Motor City Sports Talk. We go.